I wish I could get somebody to really explain it to me. I've had discussions with people about the merits of it. It's never made sense in my mind. If you find a good reason, please make a video or something to really explain it to me, because I don't know it. I've heard arguments, just don't believe any of them. It's all about being low. There is a magical point of do not go beyond. Like, sometimes, you know, it's like if it goes any lower, it's not really going to help you anymore. But you definitely want it lower as opposed to higher. Okay, so as the process is going on, the big advantage that the guy on my side has, as opposed to this guy, is the webbing height, okay? What the straps do is they're going to lock us together eventually. Eventually, we're going to be connected. And my big goal is to have the sum parts of my hand higher than the sum parts of his hand, okay? And the way I do that is I try to get my webbing higher than his. Okay, the way I do that is I try and be as sneaky and subtle about it as possible. Okay, and the way I do that is I keep kind of trying to sneak forward. The referee's going to tell you to keep your elbows to the back of the pad. This never happens. Okay, this never happens. The elbows always are sliding forward. Okay, elbows sliding forward just slightly. It just has to be more than your opponent. Okay, and you're going to see your palm. Okay, you're going to see your palm, and the reason why you see your palm is because it's an illusion. Okay, like if you put your hand flat like the way you're supposed to, okay, right now it can look like our hands are relatively even, okay? But when we come together, you see that mine is higher, right? Okay, so when he's looking at it, you know, he's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm tired, and he's doing something, and, you know, whatever, okay? And then by the time he actually tightens it down, he realizes, but he doesn't care. Okay? All right, and this is the truth. This is the truth. And, you know, unfortunately, this is the game that we're all playing, okay? And both guys are doing it, and the referee's job is a difficult job. The referee's job is to start a match within the rules. He's not there to save anybody, you know what I mean? So long as, you know, thumb knuckles showing, wrist straight, center of the table, I mean, he can't say, oh, you got more than him, we're going to have to change everything. No, it's, you got fucked. You know? Like, and the ready to go is coming shortly thereafter. Okay, so sneaking forward, seeing your palm slightly to set up the tightening process. Okay, give us a little bit more of the old wrapping. Right. Okay, so now another thing, right around the time, go on a little bit farther. Right around this time, okay, this is when you want to start. Stop right there. Okay, this is around the time when you want to start pushing past, right? So you got both parts of your regrip, right? You got the running regrip, which we were talking about earlier. That's getting your thumb high, right? That's getting your fingers high. That's getting your webbing up, right? Okay, seeing your palm coming forward, okay? Getting the sum of my hand higher. The next part of it is the whole push pass thing, right? The thing we've been working on with the hooking, because arm wrestling is both. It's inside and outside. And the best way I've found to get this going is to keep your high piece, and then it's almost like you're shooting the gun with the bottom part of your hand, right? Just to squeeze, okay? Right, just to squeeze, okay? And what you're doing is you're forcing the guy lower on your hand, okay? Right, and that's happening probably right around now, okay? Right, just holding the dude there, yeah. Right? Yeah, exactly, right? Just pushing them down. It's not even really so much of a cup as you bring your fingers real close to where you are, and then you push it down, right? Boom. Yeah. Yeah, you can even, like, watch this, see how you're kind of being flat, okay? Watch this, instead of being flat, actually come, right, push you down. Oh, wow. See that? Okay, right? Right, so come like this, right? Curl the tops of your fingers. Yeah, that's it. That's better. Okay, right?
Who noticed that?
Yeah, right? Okay, so that way you can really get some good push.
Yeah,
you can push the guy right down. Yes,
I've never tried that.
Exactly. Okay. Good. Okay, so now the strap is getting tight. Yeah? Okay, and now is when everything's the most important, right? Now is really when the tightening, now you really have to see how I'm coming up like this. I'm pushing, I'm getting that thing up. Oh yeah, tighten that thing up. Oh yeah, see, okay, I've got everything. I've got everything, right? You see how much I've got here? I'm super high, it's just, it's my dream, okay? Yeah, and it leaves them with very little, okay? So that's the main cheats that you're after. If things go bad from here, depending on how much you want to bail out, okay, there's a few things you can do. Okay, the great thing you can do is you can just reach up and forward. Okay, that's it. Yeah, reach. And forget about keeping your elbow on the pad. Forget all about that. Right? That's it. Like here, get right up. Like take it back from me. Take it back from me. I've got so much here. Let me just give it. It's hard even to take it back. Right?
I'm doing better now.
Yeah. Okay. It feels good. Right. So I'm gonna do it back to him. Right. My elbow's gonna come right off the pad. I'm gonna come forward. Right. And I'm gonna come up. Right.
Yeah, these are on there.
Okay. So now I've got it back. Right. I've got that height. Right. See. Right. Yeah. And that's a great way when things go wrong. Right. Just come at him.
Sink in.
And then come up. Right. Yeah. Okay. And if things are terrible, okay, maybe not fully terrible, but here's a great thing to say. They're not tight enough.
Yeah, totally.
And what you do is you pull them towards you, okay? Before the referee has a chance, or this guy's got a chance. He's going to say no, he's going to be upset, tensions are going to be high, but it's just another, and you may get a warning. You may. But really, a warning is really just not a big deal, okay? And you probably won't, because people want to see somebody get pinned. Another problem with arm wrestling, when you have rules and you have people that want to win, it's a terrible mess. Okay, so you can adjust the straps at this point. You can mess with your straps, or if it's just totally terrible and you realize you really messed something up and you're not getting it back, you can be like, forget it. and seriously, you can do it. If it's terrible, and the referee might be completely pissed off, but this is better than just losing your match. Is better. If it's just horrible, then don't start a match when it's terrible. Yeah. This is my basic advice for strap pulling. Yeah.
So what's on the buckle side?
Okay, so right. Okay, so let me go buckle. And this is there's only one tiny little advantage that I have that he doesn't. Okay, and it's right here. It's in this process right here. Because this piece, see this piece? This is complete on his side already. Okay, it's already set. That's where it's going to be. Okay, on my side, right, it's not complete yet. Okay, that tightening piece happens at the very end. And by the time it's put on, it's tight, so it's hard to adjust it. Okay, that's the magic that's going on here. Okay, now believe it or not, you're going to think that this cheat is ridiculously silly and it's impossible, but let me tell you, it works, even at high level, okay? All right, so like I said, you want all straps towards you, okay? That's all my straps, and that's all his straps as well. I want all his straps towards me. If I could pick to have his strap move up, I would. If I could pick to have this angle be from here to here, I would definitely do that. Okay, and that's what I can affect on this side. So right away when the strap is going on, okay, what I can do is when I'm kind of messing around here, is I can push up on his strap. Okay, you think that he'd notice that, but trust me, people do not notice it. Okay, they really don't. They think you're hooking them. They're thinking about something else. Guys who are great, there's so many ways to be good at a sport. Okay, you can be strong, you can be smart, you can be charismatic and a politician. Like you watch Travis arm wrestle. I learned a lot from pulling Travis. He's a great technician, especially at the start. Travis doesn't stop talking. He doesn't stop talking from the time he gets called up to the time they say go. He's working like crazy. He's working the referee. He's putting pressure on that guy. He's putting pressure on this guy. He's putting pressure on the audience. He's trying to ramp everything up so that he stops seeing things. So he stops seeing things. So they get blind and things start happening and he's in control of the situation, right? So you can do that same thing, right? When you're doing these cheats, you have to detract people's attention, right? It's almost like magic, right? You need to be talking to the referee, talking to this guy, and you're working your cheat, so that he's thinking something else is going on, and that's actually what's going on. Okay. Yeah. And you should pull in the strap constantly. Like in practice, you get to the table and pull in the strap. Get comfortable. Because once, it's like the default setting. The default setting in arm wrestling is referee's grip. You can always get a referee's grip. Just face it. Like, that's a part of arm wrestling that you can get to. You can force it. You can also force the strap. I feel that the majority, if you want to be really a hardcore, great arm wrestler, be prepared to pull in the strap in a referee's grip every single time you arm wrestle. You know, because the other guy can do it to you, and if he can do it to you, then well, that's the game. You know, that's an end state, and you can work that piece too. So I'd say if you want mastery over any piece, it'd be straps, referee's grip.